So we had a nice evening last night. It's our first date night that Hannah and I have had in quite a while. Went and saw the new Top Gun movie with some good friends of ours from church who actually flew those planes for real when they were in the Navy. So that was kind of fun to go with them. But back at work today, Saturday morning, well, Saturday afternoon at this point. And my uncle called me this morning and said he wanted to take our hay off Monday. So I needed to get mowing. So we have an arrangement basically where I do a good amount of work for them over the summer, and then they help us get our hay off that we feed during the winter. Typically we're at the end. Once they get their first cutting off, they do ours last, but this year they want to front load us to get the round bales off. So was not expecting to be mowing on Monday, but I'm very happy to hear that. So we're hard at work getting things set up. I got to get the mower ready. I got to grease it. I've already fueled and checked the oil on the tractor, grease this thing, and then we'll get out there and get after it. Hey, look. It's a whole lot easier than how I used to have to do this. The electric grease guns are a major improvement. Kids are spoiled these days. So this is what the mower looks like down underneath. This is what we call the cutter head. So this is called a disc mower because each of these little pods is called a disc. And they have just a very short knife and they spin very, very fast. So you can see these are flexible. So if you hit anything, they don't break. But I just need to get up under here, check each of these, make sure we don't have any broken knives. And then the grass is picked up by those two rollers that kind of flatten it down, crimp it, and then shoot it out the back. And they're also spinning very fast, almost like a supercharger type effect. Yeah, there's one that's a little chewed up. Not too bad, but I'm probably going to leave that alone for now. We got a little nick in it, but as long as it's not bent or real broke, it'll still work okay. So I don't see any other major issues here. It looks pretty good. So this is the back of the mower, and you can see where the grass then is shot out here. So one of the last thing I got to do is adjust these baffles here. Have these set at the appropriate width. So if we wanted these a narrower windrow, we'd run these in pretty tight. This would be more so if we were we wanted to bale it or chop it. Usually you chop it and you'd want it a little bit wetter. But for what we're doing, we want it pretty dry. So we're going to open these up so that the grass is spread out. It's not piled. Give it a chance to dry, and then we're probably going to bale this Monday. So it'll be there setting for a little while. And we may even go through with the tedder and spread it back out again to help it dry a little bit. But we're just checking these, make sure they're set nice and wide, and we're ready to go. All right, here we are. So you can see back here, here's the field we're about to do. It's my uncle's place. Right across the road from us, about 8-10 acres. And you see it's pretty nice. Got some nice forage out there. So we'll run the mower out. See it's fanning out. There we go, we're ready. Well, that didn't take very long. Got about 2 times around here, and just realized we just lost this pin right here. So I can't control where the mower is, in or out, and it's putting a ton of torque on the mower. So I've got to see if I can go back and find that pin where it fell out. I heard something shift back here. I didn't realize what it was. Not seeing it though. Well, I'm not seeing it. I don't see it laying there. I'll have to keep my eyes open as I'm going around the field here. But fortunately, it's a pretty easy fix. I'll just drop a drawbar pin in there to hold it for now until I can get a replacement, and then we should be good. There we go. All right, that'll hold her. that mowing hay is a little bit different than mowing your yard. Number one, we have better and more fun toys, much bigger toys to play with out here. Number two, you notice the mower is offset, right? So it doesn't track directly behind the tractor, it's always offset. And the reason for this is, with as high as this grass is, if we mow what we just ran over, our tires will push the grass down and that tire track won't get mowed. And so that accumulates over, 10, 20, 50 acres. That's a lot of grass that you're leaving in the field. So we always have the mower offset so we avoid driving on the stuff that we're about to mow. So the problem with that is, with the mower offset, the most efficient way to mow the field is in a circle, right? Just keep running a spiral, smaller and smaller, and that minimizes the time that your cutter head is not in the grass. But with this offset design, eventually that corner gets too tight. So when we're in a fairly square field, kind of like this, down here, this corner is already too tight for me to keep making it. So what we do is we go 6 to 9 times around, depends on the field, where we're doing that spiral. But we call this opening up the headland. So I've been 9 times around here, and now I'm going to start making rows back and forth. Now with the newer mowers, they're called a hydro swing. You can switch the mower from side to side behind you, and they're a lot more efficient. This is an older model. It stays off on one side. So what I'm going to have to do is take a straight shot down the middle here and do my best to estimate it and just break this off in pieces. And then that'll let me be more efficient while minimizing the amount that I'm actually running on the grass. Once I did enough strips down the middle here, you can see, then we switch. Now this section is narrow enough that I can come around the end and finish this up. So then we've opened up the middle here. We'll finish up this section, then we'll do it again further up on the hill until we're done. So that just moves the field into bite-sized chunks as we move our way across. Company out here, fox out here, looks like looking for some mice. It's always kind of fun to see. You see that a lot out here in the field. You see wildlife just kind of oblivious to you, kind of doing their thing. But I'm sure we're kicking out a lot of mice and he's having a good time out there. First field done, all finished up, ready to go in and get some supper.